Wait. Oh, wow. She didn't actually make us do did anybody have to say yes? No, oh, you guys did? Okay, cool. Dang it. I thought that maybe went away. Okay. So, hi guys, welcome to planning. I'm Christina Tammy, and I'm excited. We are planning for the week of Monday, August 9th through Sunday, August 15th. If you guys have any questions at all, drop them in the chat. I will try to answer them as best as possible. Keep in mind, I also am planning with you. So if for some reason my head is down, put your questions in the chat because I will get to them, but I'm also planning with you. So like I said, making sure that your personal life is in your calendar is going to be very important, because if you try to plan your Thrive stuff, like I said, but don't have your personal life in there, and then you're like, oh shoot, I wrote down this work with me, but so-and-so's got a play date at that time, right? It's not going to work. So you need to make sure that your personal life is in there, and then your Thrive life will just coincide with it. So you will be able to mesh it together. That's why we say this fits into the pockets of your day. But if you don't make the pockets, it's not going to fit, right? You have to make the time for your business as well as for your personal life and the things that you need. And you guys, balance is hard, right? Trying to find balance between everything and anything is hard, but planning is going to help you find a little bit more of that balance in the chaos. So sorry, the waiting room is popping in. So we're going to start with writing our goals for the week. Now, these are all going to be, your goals are personal to you. I personally let you guys know every week I strive for VIP 800, right? 2 customers on auto shipment, 2 promoters on a pack, try to get at least 800 in volume. That is just my new enrollment goals that I have. Now, attach something to that. So maybe you are somebody that you're just starting, you haven't even gotten to Thrive for free yet, you're still working on building that up. Going for that VIP 800 every single week is not a bad thing to push yourself for. Now, let's say you're a mass enroller and you're someone that can do 2 VIP, like 2 promoters and 2 customers in a day. Obviously, you're going to want to adjust. You want to push yourself out of your comfort zone, but I don't want you to look at your goals and be like, yeah, that's not possible, where you automatically feel defeated. I've done that before. So keep in mind, yes, your goals need to challenge you, but your goals should not deflate you, right? So I want you to make it personal to you. Maybe it's just 2 customers so that you can thrive for free. Maybe it's 1 customer and 1 promoter. Maybe it is VIP 800. Maybe it's VIP 1600, because that's what fits with you in your business. This is personal to you. And this is where your blinders have to go on, y'all. So if you see somebody else enrolling, right? Maybe they're popping off on their stories. Oh, welcome this babe, or welcome that babe, or this new customer, that new customer. You don't know what their business looks like. So for them, they may be popping in and having, multiple enrollments, but to them, that's normal. Or to them, maybe that's slower than normal. So don't ever compare what's going on in somebody else's business to your business. Okay. That is like the biggest thing I can ever say. Do not compare your enrollments to somebody else's enrollments. If anything, inspire them. But sorry guys, hold on. But do not get defeated or compare yourself or think less than your maybe goals of having 2 promoters and 2 customers, right? So let's go ahead and write down our goals. We're also going to write down our real goals. So if you are in Limitless, we are all in a challenge still. So we're doing reels every single day. I'm not sure if you guys have something going on with your team. You're going to want to go ahead and write down your goals for reels. How many IGTVs do you want to get out? How many lives do you want to get out? How many times do you want to go face-to-face in your stories? Maybe you're somebody that's never gone face-to-face in your stories. How many times this week would you like to go face-to-face in your stories? Now, I write all of my goals just right at the top of my calendar. So if you don't have the space to write that on the top of your calendar, just grab a piece of paper and write down your goals, and you can literally just stick it in your planner, however works for you. So we're going to take the next few minutes, make sure you got your goals and you got your personal life all put into your calendar. All right. So we should have our goals in, and we should have our personal lives in. So another thing too, you guys, with your goals, what does that mean? So if you wrote down 2 customers, attach a meaning to that. That means you're going to thrive for free, right? So maybe put that. Maybe that's your goal. Maybe that's something you've been working for. I'm excited to thrive for free. Maybe you put 2 promoters. Maybe you're trying to close out a PPA tracker for your bonus, right? So you know that if you get whatever you put down, you'll close out that PPA for that bonus. What's that bonus doing for you? What is that weekly income that you're creating by in helping a promoter enroll, or the customers or whatever you put down? What's that going to do for you this week, this next week? Maybe it's going towards savings. Maybe it's helping you just reach a bigger goal, right? Attach a meaning to that. And if you have to write it down, write it down. So like I have my VIP 800, I write promoter, I write customer, but then I also wrote down what each of those things means to me and what it's going to help me achieve, so that I don't just look at the promoter and the customer. I also look at the bigger picture of it. So even those small little goals that you have, you guys, even those little weekly goals, what does that mean to you? Your lives, like my lives, my IGTVs, I put allows me to show others the opportunity for them to get to know, like, and trust me face to face. Right? So I know when I look at my goals, I remind myself why I'm doing those lives, why I'm doing those IGTVs, right? Get a little bit more personal if you need to. Some people don't. Some people are like, I know what I'm doing. I already feel it. Some people are like, yup, I need that reminder. I need that get in my feels. Get to know who you are. Get in your feels if you need to. Don't get in your feels if you don't need to. I like to kind of give you guys just different ideas. So now we are going to plan for our week. So what does that look like? Personally, what I like to do, and then I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and allow you guys to do the same thing. I personally like to look over my social media. I like to audit myself. I like to see the content that I brought out. I like to see what I talked about. I like to see what I would like to talk about this week. Maybe I want to talk about the free products and thriving for free. I'm not sure if I've talked about that, right? So I'm going to maybe put that on my list. Maybe I want to talk about the auto bonus because I haven't talked about that. Maybe I want to talk about the VIPs. right? Because maybe I didn't talk about that. What did you not talk about in your content or part of your story that you want to share? Like, what are these products doing for you? Did you not talk about something that you'd want to talk about this week? Same when it comes to your, for the promoter side, right? Y'all, people don't know what you have unless you tell them. So yes, we use attraction marketing, but you also have to let them know what you're attracting them to. Okay. So like sometimes I think we can get caught up in being very inspirational and wanting to be that, but then also forgetting to let them know, hey, sis, like you can do this with me. And this is what's on the table for you as well. Right. So you have to look at your stuff, audit yourself and know, okay, what do I need to bring this week? You should also have your fives list with you. I'm very big on this, you guys. If you don't have your fives list, anytime anybody on my team ever comes to me and says, I don't know what to go live about, I don't know what to talk in my stories about, I don't know what to post about, I'm like, where's your fives? Because you have 10 things just between the customer or the promoter side and the product side with your fives list. There's only 7 days in the week. You have something for every single day. Tough love, a little bit of Christina tough love. I normally don't get that red, but I'm gonna get a little red, y'all. So if you ever think that, or you go to your upline with that, where's your fives? Right there. And guess what? You do talk about the same thing every single week, because guess what? People are watching, but they'll catch on when it's their time to catch on. So like I have somebody that I used to get my lashes done with her, y'all. Like I used to sit in her chair, talk about the 3 steps, how much I loved it. This was years ago. So like when I was first starting, and she just now popped in my inbox about the gut health. And I was like, okay, awesome. And then I was like, so would you like to also pair it with the 3-step? And she's like, what are the 3 steps? I post it every day on my stories. I'm showing you my Christmas in my cup. I'm raving about my wearable nutrition that I didn't put on. I got to go stick my sticker on. It's been a long morning already, you guys. But do you see what I'm saying? People might not, like, you think, oh my God, I'm repeating myself, but some people aren't maybe paying attention, or they are, but until it fits their needs, then they're going to pay attention. Does that make any sense? So let's plan for the week. And how I plan for my week, you guys, is if you are somebody that likes to fly by the seat of your pants, where you're like, I don't want to be too like whatever, fine. Write down promoter on Monday, customer on Tuesday, promoter on Wednesday, however you want to do it. I like to kind of balance them all the same. I like to lead a lot with the product. Why? Because I've had a very big transformation with these products. So for me, I've lost almost 60 pounds. The products hold a huge part of my transformation, right? So I lead a lot with the product. Plus, we take the product every single day. So you should be starting your day and leading with that, or sometime throughout your day also leading with the product. But anyways, or get really descriptive and say, Monday, I want to talk about free products. Tuesday, I want to talk about the energy, and I want to talk about how I can keep up with my kids. Wednesday, I want to talk about X, Y, and Z, whatever is on your list, right? And then maybe you even want to go into your stories. So the same time you're talking about free product in your post, you're also going into your stories face to face and saying, hey guys, did you know you can thrive for free? And I'm not just talking promoters, I'm talking you as a customer too. Did you know that? Like, hey, get your 2 best friends, get your mom, your sister, come thrive with me, right? Do your customers, does your audience know that they can thrive for free? Not even being a promoter? Talk about those things. M did a really good, I'm going to pull up, give me 1 second, because this was a really good, So it was on September 1st, 2020. It's called Sharing the Opportunity and Enrolling Promoters. It's like a 15, 17 minute thing that she did. Y'all, I watched it and I already plan on rewatching it again this week, because it was very good how she talked about things. And you can take what she said and also implement it with the products too. But it's a very good training in the Hustling page. So if you have not watched that, watch that, because that'll also help you with talking about things, with sharing things. She talks about different ways to share things, and it's really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself, and we are going to plan for our weeks. So the training was, oh, hold on, you guys, sorry. Trying to pull it up on my, so the training was dated September 1st, 2020. It's M, and it's called Sharing the Opportunity / Enrolling Promoters. And it might say something else, but I'm on it. So, but that's the gist of it. Okay, so some things to add to your calendar, you guys, is do you need to follow up with any customers? Do you need to check in with any auto ships that are about to run? As some people do it once a month that they check in with everybody. Some people it's right before the auto ships are going to run, whatever your style is. Do you have any orders that you need to track? Do you have any sample customers that should be sampling or getting their sample or on a sample? Do you need to check in with them? We do follow-ups obviously on Fridays, right? A lot of times follow up Friday, maybe you follow up a different day, but throughout your week, there's probably different stuff that you need to do for your business. Do you need to create content? Do you need to, I always share this, but in case there's anybody new, you guys, I go into the video part of my phone. I turn on a video, I walk around, I take still shots. When I say I take still shots, I become still and then I let the video keep running. And then I come back to my video and I will just screenshot different poses that I have. I walk around my house, I will grab Thrive boxes. So I will be in different areas. And that's how I get a lot of my content. 30-second video, you can get multiple photos. 1 minute video, you're good for like a month. I'm not kidding you guys. Throw on a different shirt if you want, make a day where you do what you want, get your content done. So you're good for the entire week. Do you need to do that? Do you need to batch reels? What days do you want to batch reels? I write that out. So I know like tomorrow is one of my my reel batching days. So today I might be able to get a couple in, but I know for sure tomorrow I'm going to batch reels. And then on Thursday, I batch my next set of reels. So I do about 3 to 4 at a time. And then I do 3 to 4 at a time. The reason why I do that is because I've lost a ton of reels before with the app. So I try to batch 3 to 4, 3 to 4. So I'm always good to go. And I don't really have to worry. And then sometimes the ones that I batched, I don't use. So I'll have some extra from like a last time that I batched if I'm ever in a jam. I like to scroll reels at night. So I love to scroll reels at night and save them. So if I see other network marketers or other people, influencers, whatever, doing something and I love the idea, I save it and then I put my own twist to it. So if you are somebody that's like, well, I don't know how to be creative. I don't know how to do reels. I'm not that funny. I don't know. I'm not that creative. Go and mimic somebody else. Literally, that's what everybody's doing. Everybody's just kind of mimicking somebody else while putting their own personality and spin to it. So if you found it funny, somebody else in your like whatever is going to also find it funny. So if you found it funny, you're going to relate to that person's humor because you found it funny. So these are things that need to go into your calendar. Don't leave them by chance. Oh, maybe I'll do content this week, but yet you have no photos. You're constantly snapping selfies because that's the quickest and easiest thing to do. You don't feel like you're connecting. You don't feel like you're that creative. You don't feel like this, that, or whatever. Don't leave things to chance, you guys. Plan it. These are little things of your business that you don't think mean that much, but they do. It's how our business runs, right? So I personally always have photos ready to go, reels ready to go. My fives list is always there. So I always know what I'm going to talk about if I'm ever in a jam. I also have captions and posts already created in a folder in my phone because sometimes you just get really creative and you can bust out a lot. I have them in a folder in my notes listed under unused captions. Once I use it, I take it out. So then I know if I'm ever in a jam, I have unused captions that I can go to. If my days ever slip away from me, I can go to it, right? So I'm always prepped and ready to go for a just in case. And maybe that's what you need to do this week is get yourself a little bit more organized. Do you have your what do you call it? Potentials list organized? Do you have a potentials list? Right? Y'all, every time someone messages me, even asking the simplest question, they go on my potentials list. So I make sure to follow up and interact with them. So do you have a potentials list? I'm trying to think of other things that you can add to your planner that you might need to do. So does anybody have any questions so far while we're kind of planned? If you guys have questions or any of this seems confusing, please ask. I'm more than happy to like go more in depth. I know a lot of this I kind of keep surface, and the only reason being is because you have to take it and dig deeper. If you are somebody that likes to plan your days hour by hour, you have to plan your days hour by hour, right? I don't know your schedule. I don't know what your calendar looks like. So you need to know, okay, perfect. I need to get a little bit more in depth. I'm personally transitioning into that. I'm transitioning into more where I'm going to have this time is when I do this. This time is when I do this. Like I'm having blocked hours and times set for work, personal life, work, personal life. This is all I do full time. So this way it allows me to just create a better schedule so I can be more efficient because I'm up leveling. So I noticed my schedule, my calendar got me to where I am, but I'm ready to go to that next step. So I know I need to up level in certain areas. So that's where you have to kind of adjust and get to know yourself and say, okay, I need to plan hour by hour from 7 to 1. I don't know. Y'all, it is the last month of bonuses. I believe they'll bring something. They're always bringing something, right? Whether it's to earn 200K pay where you can earn, like the top, top pay ranks, or whether they do double or triple fast starts, or whether they always bring back something, right? I don't know if bonuses like this will come back this year. I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter whether you miss that bonus this month or not. Keep your foot on the gas, y'all, because you never know when they are going to drop the next thing. And if you are constantly break gas, and then you're wondering why you're missing those things, it's because in the seasons where they weren't announcing anything, that's when you build that business for the seasons when they announce, right? But I don't want you to count yourself out, because anybody on here, y'all, if you haven't hit 4K yet, 4K is doable. If you haven't hit 12K yet, 12K is doable. If none of those bonuses are on the table for you, maybe you're already at 12K and you can't, 4K and 12K is doable for your downline, and it's doable for somebody on that other side of the screen. There was a girl that came in last month that I remember her story, 20 days. 20 days she went 4K. Y'all, we're planning for the 9th. So there's somebody out there that's going to be 20 days. There's people that do it in 2 weeks. Don't count anybody out based on your circumstances or what you did or what you believe. You got to knock that. You got to believe in the impossible, and you got to know, oh, dang, she came in and did it in 4 days, then it's possible. Somebody out there that I'm speaking to can come in and change their life and get a bonus in 4 days, right? Just because I didn't personally do it doesn't mean it's not possible. Doesn't mean that I can't share that and I can't come in with that excitement, if that makes any sense. So, do you need to talk about the bonuses? When's the last time you talked about the 12K bonus and the 4K bonus? That should be something you're talking about constantly these next few weeks. All right. So next up, we are going to put in our planner. Sorry, guys, I'm getting it. The work with me schedules. So there are a lot, y'all, a lot of work with me's and a lot. So there is always something for you to get on. If you are in Limitless, the work with me schedule is posted right in the announcements. Same with the hustling. So I don't know where everybody is. I know we have different downlines that come together. So there are different things being offered. So there is always something for you. I go off the limitless schedule, you guys, because that's where I have, and that's my downline. So if I ever say anything like that is downline related, it's that. Lynn's is my upline, but there's everything in the hustling page as well. So there, and then maybe your personal upline does different things too. Cause I know that there's different team meetings that go on. There's different huddles. There's so much stuff that before it was easier for me to just shout it out to you guys. It's a lot harder now because there's so much stuff. So I want you to go and find the schedule, and I want you to go and write down the work with me's that you're going to go to. And I want you to write down the huddles that you are going to go to, right? We have huddles Monday with Lynn's, Tuesday with MJ, Wednesday is the overall hustling. So it's a different leader, and Christina Brill changed hers to Thursday. So you have a huddle Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of those leaders. And then your leader may have something else for you too. I'm not sure. So there is a huddle every single day that you can get on. It's either 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Go look at the calendar, right? So 9 p.m. on Mondays, 8 p.m. on Tuesdays, 9 p.m. on Wednesdays, and 9 p.m. on Thursdays. Everything's Eastern Standard Time. So there's a huddle every single day for you to jump on. And I agree with MJ, what she just put in the chat. The huddles are great. Y'all watch them, be on them as much as you possibly can. And I get that it can be a lot, right? So I get that. So if you can't watch it live, make sure you're watching the replay. Everybody posts the replays. Lindsay posts them right to her YouTube. MJ shares them into the limit or the Hustling Tribe page. I know the Wednesday goes into the Hustling Tribe page too. And Thursdays, I believe Christina uploads them right to her personal YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and take some time, write down what work with me's you're going to go to and what huddles you're going to go to. And the reason why I say pick what's best for your schedule, put it in your planner, you guys, and commit to it. Don't just write it down and it be something that it's like, oh, shoot, yeah, I'm not going to be able to make that. Because then guess what? That's how you're going to view things in your calendar. And your calendar should be your accountability partner. It should be what helps hold you to the standards that you want. It should be what helps bring you to the goals and where you want your dreams, your visions, right? So if you start just putting down stuff and being like, oh man, yeah, guess what? Your mind is going to automatically start doing that with other things too in your planner. Don't do that. Make your planner be what holds you accountable. So go ahead, let's take some time to write down the huddles and the work with me's. So everybody knows where to find them. Everybody good on finding them? If not, drop it in the chat and let's write down what huddles and work with me's in our calendar. And you guys, if you need to set reminders in your phone to go off, set reminders. If you need to put like, I know we're writing down in a calendar, like the Zoom times and all of that, but if you need to go and put it into your actual calendar so it alerts you, or a reminder so it alerts you, do that. Right? If your days can get busy or crazy and you're not always looking at the clock or paying attention, set reminders. So like, for example, I went on a ladies weekend last weekend. You guys, this is how planned. This is what I'm talking to you about when I say plan and get get organized. I knew that I was going to be in an area that didn't have the best of service. And I also knew that I was going to be unplugged a lot. But we were running a $30 off promo, right? I wanted to make sure my customers got that. And I'm also pushing for one of the bonuses. So I knew I didn't want to unplug that much. So what did I do? I had all my content ready to go. I created all my slides for the whole entire weekend. I created an IGTV. I even pre-recorded videos, but my IGTV wouldn't work. So I had to plan B it, but it's fine. And I set myself reminders. I set reminders to post in my stories. I set reminders to make sure my reels went up, and I set reminders to make sure my posts went up at the times that I wanted them to go on. This way I didn't get distracted, because when I'm at home, I'm very in routine and flow. So I know when things go up, I just do it naturally. I was out of routine. So what did I do to assure that I was on point? I set reminders. Now, some of the time I already did things before my reminders went off, but there were moments where I was like, oh yeah, shoot. Okay, cool. I went and did that. Thank you, reminder, right? So maybe that needs to be you too. Maybe you're still creating those habits of going face-to-face in your stories, talking about the products in your stories, sharing the opportunity in your stories. Maybe you need to set yourself reminders. Go live, go face-to-face in stories, products on stories, right? Maybe you need to set those reminders and have your phone go off and alert you for different things. Y'all, it is like, honestly, that weekend, I was like, whoo, I love this, because I was already ready to go. So when that alert went off, it wasn't like I had to think, take time. It was like, okay, cool. I went to there, I down, oop, yep, poop, 2 minutes. So if you work a 9 to 5 and you're like trying to figure it all out, and whatever the case may be, maybe that's what you need to do. You need to set yourself reminders, and you need to have stuff pre-done. So when your reminder goes off, you're grabbing what you need, you're posting it. You can now save story drafts, y'all. I don't know if you guys saw that. You can save drafts in your stories. It saves it for up to 7 days, I believe. So you can literally go and have your drafts all ready for tomorrow, besides you going face-to-face or things that are actually you personally popping on. But other things, maybe you have quotes you want to share. Maybe you have whatever that you want to share. Maybe it's a poll. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. I don't know, but there are things that you can have pre-done. So if you have a busy schedule with kids, 9 to 5s, whatever the case may be, you need to be extra organized and planned. And your business will thank you later. I know it sounds crazy to some people. I heard someone once that said that they didn't like to write things down. It gave them anxiety. And I thought to myself, if I don't write things down, I have anxiety. And yes, when you write things down, it can get overwhelming when you write down your to-do list, right? So you can be like, whew. But I always remember when I write it down, that means it's no longer up here, it's on paper, and I will tackle it how I can tackle it. So I have you guys written down what I need to do on Sunday. I have a list. I already wrote down things I need to get done on Monday, because I didn't want to put everything today. My husband's coming home from a vacation. I want to hang out with him. I know what I got to do. So guess what? I split it up. So I already know now tomorrow what I need to do. And this is personal life too. Like I remind myself, oh, it's sheet washing this week, Christina, got to wash the sheets, right? I remind myself I want to clean in a certain area and organize. So I write down even my personal life, you guys, things that I want to get done. I don't leave anything to chance. I like to be very organized and planned. And when I mark things off my list, I feel good. And guess what? A lot of times before, when I wasn't writing things down, when I was flying by the seat of my pants, when I wasn't using my calendar to keep me accountable, I would get to the end of the day and be like, gosh, I feel like I didn't even work my business. I feel like I'm so unaccomplished. What did I even do? Even though I did all the things, but I felt like my brain was just like overloaded. So now that I write things down and I literally go check, 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 it'll be like 2, 3 p.m. And I'm like, dang, I'm already like done with my list for today because I'm just like, let's get it done. It's there. I want to get it done. So I do it. And I say this every single week, you guys, your planner is your accountability partner. Our CEO said, show me your calendar. I'll show you that your success. If your calendar is blank, you fill in the blank, right? So another thing too, you guys, is, and this is what I wanted to say, if you feel like your inbox is empty, look at your conversations. And this is another place where you can get organized. Are you talking to the same people? The same 5, 10, 15 people? These are things that maybe you want to write down to look at. Are you doing 3-2-1s and adding new to your network? Because maybe that needs to be your focused IPA. So I do IPAs. You guys, my IPAs are non-negotiables. I do them at the same time every single day, no matter whether I'm on a work with me or not. They're non-negotiables for me. And then I have a focused IPA the rest of the day. So I make sure, like right now, creating conversations, 3-2-1s, and going and building new friendships is huge on mine. That is a focused IPA. But I still write down IPAs to check off. I still write down how many people I want to add to my network every single day. I still write down how many 3-2-1s and how many new conversations I want to have every single day. I still write all of those down so I can hold myself accountable and check it off. Maybe that needs to be you too. Because maybe you're going to look and be like, oh, dang, I am talking to the same 5 people. When's the last time I did do 3-2-1s? I only did a little bit in my, IPAs. Maybe that should be my focused IPA. I need to start going and creating more conversations. Maybe you'll do your social media audit and see, wow, I need to start talking more about the products and what they do for me and what they can do for you. Like I started calling out, and I think that I'm going to start doing this more because it actually got more people in my inbox. But I literally was like, where are all my exhausted friends at? I see you. You know who you are. I was like, you need to message me. And I literally had people that were like, okay, yep, that's me. Because I like called them out. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing. Where are my people with no energy? I see you behind the camera, even though I can't see you, right? And I started, to tell them, hey, this is for you, to my exhausted friends. This is for you, my friends that are feeling anxious. I got something for you. It's called chill, right? Maybe sometimes instead of always just saying what it's doing for you, saying, hey, you on the other end, are you anxious like I am? Because I feel you. And maybe those are things you need to put in your planner, who you want to talk to in your stories. Like I said, in that video that Em posted, she talks really good about that stuff too. I hope some of this makes sense, you guys. I try to get on here and plan. I try to also share tips with you guys. I try not to talk too much so you can plan, but I like to share as much as I can because when it comes to planning, there are so many different ways to do it that's going to be best for you. So I like to share all aspects because you then take what you need and you run with it. But the thing is, you can sit here with me and plan and come back next Sunday and never look at your calendar. And that's not why we do this. Your calendar is set up. I spend every Sunday with you guys or pre-recorded if I'm not here, which is not often, because this is so important. Y'all, this is so important. when it comes to your business. So I hope that you don't just choose to plan with me today and not look back, right? Y'all know we are creating habits as well. This is something that I have shared with you guys, but habits, how are your habits going? If you haven't picked your habit, I want you to pick a habit. Maybe it's one habit you focus on every single week implementing. Maybe it's one habit a month. I'm not sure what y'all do, but cheers to, hey, Christy, we have the same phone case, I think. Hey. Bright pink in the house. Sorry, guys, got distracted. Okay, that sometimes happens to me too. But anyways, maybe you need to pick a habit for the month. What is your habit? It can be your personal life. It can be reading a book, you guys. It could be waking up earlier. It could be holding yourself accountable to your planner. It could be so many different things. So I hope you guys all have a great rest of your Sunday. This uploads for some reason, this takes a long time to upload, but I do upload it to my YouTube channel. It's Christina Tammy. So if it takes a while and your team's asking, just let them know I'm sorry, but sometimes it takes a long time. I don't know why, but I do try to put it up as soon as I get it. It lets me, but I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. Remember, your planner is for you. So if you need to take some extra time, like I'm going to take some extra time to just jot down those personal things that I need to make sure get done in my calendar. And then every single day, you guys, I sit down with my planner, or I have this notebook that goes with me everywhere. So this goes up to bed with me. This comes downstairs with me. This is my brain dump. So I have a notebook, which is my brain dump notebook. So this is stuff that I think about and I'm like, oop, I got to do that. Oop, I got to do that. Maybe it's call mom. I got to call my mom. Oh, I got to change that doctor appointment. I write things down, right? So every night I sit with my business, and maybe I had somebody that asked me a couple questions, and then tomorrow they were like, okay, like tomorrow I want to check back. I'll write that down. I brain dump in my calendar everything I want to do for my business the next day. So every night before I go to bed, I sit with my calendar. I'm checking off throughout the day as I do stuff. I'm constantly looking at my planner, walking over to my planner. It's constantly with me and around. And then at the end of the night, I will brain dump what I want to get done for tomorrow. So whether that's writing it down on a piece of paper with check marks or putting it in my calendar, then I know everything I want to get done for tomorrow, so that when I wake up, I can literally just get to work on doing things, not just business, you guys. I personally write down laundry, cleaning the bathrooms. I personally write down that kind of stuff. I do different things at night. Another thing that I like to do, which is my habit I'm focusing on this week, so I'll share it with you guys. If you want to share your habits, go ahead, share them in the chat. What I like to do, and I was doing this before and it really worked and helped me, was that at night, I would put on, whether it be a podcast or it would be like worship music, anything. I put my headphones on, I put my phone away, and for 20 to 30 minutes, I pick up around my house. So I wipe down counters, I put things away, I just pick up, I vacuum if I need to, 20 to 30 minutes, and it keeps me organized. And then when I come down the next morning, my house is clean, unless my husband leaves his capsule wrappers because he likes to do that. But my house is clean. I feel good. I feel like I'm closing up shop for the day, but I'm also getting personal development in because I'm listening to that podcast, listening to that Audible for 20 to 30 minutes. And then that is one habit that I fell off from. And I really loved how I felt when I did that. So I noted that. I was like, gosh, Christina, I loved how I felt. I felt productive. I loved getting my podcast in at that time. I loved just kind of like just taking a step away from my phone and just kind of doing stuff that I needed to get done. And it made me feel good and ready for the next day. So guess what? I'm going back to making that an actual habit. And I really want to focus on that. So maybe that's you too. Maybe there's something that you do for yourself or your business or whatever that you're like, dang, I haven't done that in a while and I actually felt good. Make that your habit to focus on this week. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys on the work with me's and the huddles and all of that, because I'll be there. So if not, I will see you guys next Sunday as well on the planning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for spending your Sunday with me. I'll talk to you guys all soon. Bye.